It seems that EDC is all the rage at the minute, with everyone and anyone sharing their everyday carries with the world. So I thought I'd take you through today what my everyday carries are, what my EDC is for when I'm working in sports. Specifically when I'm working at triathlon and when I'm out shooting events all over the world. This is a sports photography channel after all, so I thought I'd make it applicable to what we do here. Everyday carry, or EDC, is a collection of items you carry with you in your pockets or in your bag on a daily basis. Rather than just being random crap, the EDC community strives to make decisions on stuff that they carry on a daily basis that are well thought out and essential. So here's what I carry with me when I'm working on, say, a big World Series triathlon race. First things first, I always carry my phone. My current phone is a Huawei Mate 20 Pro. The X version. It's a beast of a phone. I carry it with me because it's my primary way of keeping in touch with the rest of the media team. There's a constant conversation during a triathlon about who's leading, who's dropped out, where different team members are on the course, and how many laps are left. It really helps to know what's happening when we're spread out like we can be on such a large course. We have a WhatsApp group where we do this. I've also used my phone in a pinch to follow the action live on the Triathlon Live app during a race, so I can follow what's going on and can be prepared for who's about to come around the bend. It's really actually quite handy to have. I always carry 2 batteries with me, one for each camera. I've learned from experience that how I shoot, I usually get by with 2 batteries per camera during a standard distance triathlon. I have a small think tank battery pouch that I carry these in, fits really easy into my back pocket. A note on the tape. That's basically when there's 6 of us in a team and you're all using exactly the same batteries, it becomes a lot easier to mix gear up, so I tape them so I know whose is whose. I've started carrying a 1.4 times teleconverter. It's actually a handy small device that lets me reach up to about 330mm on my main camera body without the need to carry around a big, heavy 400mm lens. Yes, I lose a stop, so it becomes an f4, but at the distances that I use it, at the compression on the lens that I use, it does enough for me, so you wouldn't really notice that it's not 2.8. I picked this one up secondhand from eBay and have used it for lots of different sports in the past 6 months. It's well worth the investment in my opinion. Next, I also carry a buff with me. I've talked about buffs before and why I carry them, but when I'm shooting a triathlon, I also have one on my wrist. This is because it's usually super hot where we're racing, and it's nice to have something that I can wipe the sweat off my face with. In Japan last summer, we hit highs of 40+ degrees Celsius in 90% humidity. Trust me, I was glad I had a buff on my wrist, plus they look super cool. This is less of an optional carry and more of a necessity for me. I'm required to carry my media accreditation with me at all times and have them on show. They allow me access to different areas of the course and pass through security checkpoints. I'm not a big fan of wearing these around my neck because I find that they get in the way too much, so I tend to simply loop them through a belt loop so they're always visible for security. They're also cool mementos to keep hold of. Again, like the buff, I've talked about having earplugs with me before, and I can't stress enough about how important these are on saving my hearing in loud, busy transition and finish line areas. I picked these up cheap from a supermarket. Just look in the travel supplies section and you'll probably find them. They're pretty cheap but effective. I've also been known to pick them up on long haul flights, so they're definitely worth saving. One thing you'll often see me with when I'm out working is sunglasses. Apart from making me look like an absolute badass, they're also really helpful for me. I struggle with my eyes in very bright light, so a good pair of sunglasses really helps to cut down the glare and stop me getting too many headaches. A quick word on sunglasses though, be careful of polarized lenses. They're great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you have to move your LCD screen around to see the image while you're chimping. But I wouldn't be without a good pair of sunglasses when I'm working for definite. All of my EDC fits into the back of my media vest, into the handy pockets we have on them. With this setup, I can easily cover a World Series triathlon race and not have to go back to the media center or my camera cases to get extra stuff. If you're interested in the rest of my kit, make sure you check out my kit list, which is in the description to this video. If you're interested in finding out more about how to make money from sports photography, then check out my How to Be Successful with Sports Photography course over on Udemy. Links in the description below. Till next time.